Any chimp can play human for a day, uses opposable thumbs to iron his uniform, and run for office on election day. Fancy himself a real decision maker and deploy more troops than salt and shaker. But it's a jungle where war is made, and you'll panic and throw your own shit at the enemy. The camera pulls back to reveal your true identity. Look, it's a sheep in wolf's clothing, a smoking gun holding aim. Any asshole can open up a museum, put all the things he loves on display so everyone could see him. The house, a car, a thoughtful wife, ordinary moments in his ordinary life. But if she blinks a smile, she'll give you away, 'cause no one wants to pay to see her happiness. No one wants to pay to see her day to day. And I'm not buying it either, but I'll try selling it anyway. Can play Greek for a day and join a sorority or write a tragedy and articulate all that pain, and maybe you'll get paid. But it's a sin when success complains and your writer's block, it don't mean shit. Just throw it against the wall and see what sticks. Gotta write a hit, I think this is it. It's a hit. And if it's not, then it's a holiday for a hanging, yeah. It's a holiday for a hanging, yeah. It's a holiday for a hanging, yeah. Shabab, shabab, my baby. Any fool can play executioner for a day and say with fingers pointed in both directions he went that way. It's only a switch or syringe, exempt from eternal sins. But you still wear a cross, and you think you're gonna get in. Never come from upstairs. They're always a moment too late. But it's entertainment, keep the crowd on their toes. It's justice, we're safe. It's not a hit, it's a holiday. Shabab, shabab, my baby. It's a holiday for a hanging, yeah. It's a holiday for a hanging, yeah. It's a holiday for a a holiday for a hanging, yeah. Get a real job, keep the wind at your back and the sun on your face. All the immediate unknowns are better than knowing this tired and lonely fate. Does he love you? Does he love you? Will I guess it's spring, I didn't know. It's always 75 with no melting snow. A married man, he visits me. I receive his letters in the mail twice a week. And I think he loves me, and when he leaves her, he's coming out to California. I guess it all worked out. There's a ring on your finger and the baby's due out. You share a place by the park and run a shop for antiques downtown. And he loves you, yeah, he loves you, and the two of you will soon become three. And he loves you, even though you used to say you were flawed if you weren't free. Let's not forget ourselves, girlfriend. You and I were almost dead, and you're better off for leaving. Yeah, you're better off for leaving. Late at night, I get the phone. You're at the shop, sobbing all alone. Your confession, it's coming out. You only married him, you felt your time was running out. But now you love him and your baby. At last, you are complete.
ship has lost its sail. Your mama's got a new man. Your daddy always fails, and you're eating again at them, 'cause nobody loves you. And even fancy things have finally lost their charm. Wine and diamond rings that never get you anymore. You're sleeping again alone, 'cause nobody loves you. Ooh, they should have seen you, should have known you, should have known what it was like to be you. So come on, kid, look at what you did. I don't know if you meant it, but you did yourself in, and I was even having a good day when I'd found out we lost you. So she said it wasn't the singing and the strumming. Oh man, I even saw it coming.
I'm only a woman of flesh and bone, and I weren't much. We all do. I thought I might die alone, but I had never met you. So baby, be good to me. I got nothing to give you, you see, except everything, 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 all the good and the bad. 'Cause I've been bad, I've lied, cheated, stolen, and been ungrateful for what I have. And I'm afraid habits rule my waking life. I'm scared and I'm running in my sleep for you. But all of the oceans and rivers and showers will wash it all away and make me clean for you. 'Cause I had never destroy it. Folk singers sing songs for the working. Baby, we're just recreation for all those doctors and lawyers. There's no relief for the bleeding heart, 'cause they'll be losing bodies tonight. And Rob says you love, love, love him, then you die. I've watched him while sleeping and seen him crying with closed eyes. And you're not happy, but you're funny, and I'm tripping over my joy. And I just keep on getting up again. We could be daytime drunks if we wanted. We'd never get anything done that way, baby. And we'd still be ruled by our dueling perspectives. And I'm not my perspective or the lies I'll tell you every time. And Morgan says maybe love won't let you down. All of your failures are training grounds. And just as your backs turn, you'll be surprised, she says, as your solitude subsides. And Mike, I'll teach you how to swim if you turn the bad in me into good again. And I say there's trouble when everything is fine. The need to destroy things creeps up on me every time. And just as love's silhouette appears, I close my eyes and disappear tonight. And something's gotta change, 'cause our love's the slowest moving train. You're obsessed with finding a new brain, but what you need is a new body. It feels your brain has lived 1,000 lives before. And the skin you call your home holds a heart that quits and knees that buckle in, and lungs that can't breathe when they're alone. And the days come to you like sailors. You watch them as they drift away. They meet the sunrise out at the horizon. And it's neither sink nor swim, at least the water's beneath your chin. There's blood spilled on the floor. Everyone's staring at you, what for? Till you realize the blood is probably yours. You feel you've lost something, you want it back. You're lying motionless on your back, and your legs aren't taking any more requests. when you owned land and when you were broke, through recessions and addictions. It's just your accidental death, your accidental death. It's just your accidental death. You're the Indian in the cougar's nest. Your fright gives way to memory, having coffee with your love, or the story your father told you long ago. He was hunting with his own father for deer. He pointed and spotted her, and then tripped over some roots or some dead trees. The gun went off, it was a mistake, and my father was only 8. And as he watched the dying deer, he was changed, 'cause he felt sorry for what he'd done. And then he put down his gun. Will you feel sorry for what you've done? Will you put down your gun? It's just your accidental death, your accidental death. But there's no accidental death when you're the Indian in the cougar's nest. It's just your accidental death, your accidental death. It's just your accidental death. You're the Indian in the cougar's nest.
Wasn't that rad?
And it's only doubts that we're counting on fingers broken long ago. I read with every broken heart we should become more adventurous. And if you banish me from your prophets, and if I get banished from the kingdom up above, I'd sacrifice money and heaven all for love. Let me be loved, let me be loved. And if my brain quits, well, I guess then that's just it. And if my hands stop working, you can call me lazy. And if I get pregnant, I guess I'll just have the baby. Let it be loved, let me be loved. I've been trying to nod my head, but it's like I've got a broken neck. Wanting to say I will as my last testament. For me to be saved and you to be brave, we don't have to walk down that aisle. 'Cause if marriage ain't enough, well, at least we'll be loved. marriage ain't enough, well, at least we'll be loved.
The body, and I wanted to see, but she wouldn't let me. I had to wait for the military cemetery, and when we got there, this is what she said to me: love and war in heaven and in hell. His note said if living is the problem, well, that's just baffling. And at the wake I waited around to see my ex-first love. And I barely recognized her, but I knew exactly what she was thinking of. We sat quietly in the corner, whispering close about loss. And I remembered why I loved her, and I asked her why I drove her off. She said the slow fade of love, its soft edge might cut you. And our poor friend Jim, well, he just lived within the slow fade of love. A woman calls my house once a week, she's always selling things. Some charity, a phone plan, a subscription to a magazine. And as I turned her down, I always do, there's something trembling in her voice. I said, hey, what troubles you? She said, I'm surprised you noticed. Well, my husband, he's leaving, and I can't convince him to stay. And he'll take our daughter with him, she wants to go with him anyway. I'm sorry, I'm hard to live with, living is the problem for me. I'm selling people things they don't want when I don't know what you need. He said the slow fade of love, and it's missed my choke you. It's my gradual descent into a life I never meant. It's the slow fade of love. Driving south of Melrose, I happened upon my old lover's old house. I found myself staring at the closed oak door like the day she threw me out. Diana, 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 I would die for you. I'm in love with you completely, I'm afraid that's all I can do. She said, you can sleep upon my doorstep, you can promise me indifference, Jim. But my mind is made up and I'll never let you in again. For the slow fade of love, it might hit you from below. It's your gradual descent into a life you never meant. It's the slow fade of love. 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 Baby, it's the slow fade of love. It's the slow fade of love. It's the slow fade of love. It's the slow. Today's the day I realized that I could be loved. It echoed through the park last night. You wasn't our son. This loss isn't good enough for sorrow or inspiration. It's such a loss for the good guys afraid of this life that it just is. 'Cause everybody dies. This loss isn't good enough for sorrow or inspiration. It's such a loss